Look, I'ma keep it a buck with you. The first time I saw the movie Leave the World Behind, I was pissed off. Why? Let's start with Amanda's character. Her attitude was straight up ridiculous. And don't get me started on George's character. A yuppie black man scared to enter and claim his own house, sleeping downstairs with his daughter. In his house. The insanity. I was screaming at this character. Grow a pair, why don't you? But, funny enough, there was one character I could really relate to. This person exuded courage. She said what was on her mind, even though no one listened. She read between the lines and paid attention to her environment. One character in this film displayed the characteristics and traits I was actually proud of. Some of these traits are the reason I started my YouTube channel. This character was Little Rosie, played by Hara McKenzie. In this video, I'll share with you why I think she's the actual hero in this film and what lessons we can all learn from her about courage, truth, self-love, respect, and leadership. Little Miss Rosie, the person no one in the family really listened to or respected. The voice that was silenced at every turn. The one whose goals were mocked and laughed at. And yet, she was the only one who found safety and security from the apocalyptic madness. And more importantly, the last episode of her favorite show, Friends, which was her North Star. Let's start with the scene where Rosie tells her family about the big ship she sees at the beach. She notices that it's headed their way in the distance. In the next scene, she tells her family it's getting closer. No one listens to her once again. In the next scene, she tells her family in a calm voice the ship is headed their way. And it wasn't until the family was damn near run over by the ship that they paid attention to her and got out of harm's way. We live in times of drastic change and uncertainty. We also live in times of great danger. If you refuse to pay attention to your environment, face reality, and act accordingly to keep yourself safe. Maybe you're the one in your family who sees danger in your environment, in your country, in the foods you see in the supermarket, in your doctor's inability to show empathy at your local hospital. Maybe you're the one trying to tell your loved ones danger ahead, and they respond with a shrug of the shoulders or ignore you altogether. You might be like Rosie at this time, telling people you care about, it's time to pivot and leave this place. There's danger ahead. This next scene shows Rosie complaining to her mom about not being able to see her show Friends. The expression on her mom's face is like, "You again?" Rosie's family throughout the movie responds to her like an annoying mosquito they wish would fly away. The next warning sign Rosie pays attention to is the unusual number of deer she saw in the backyard. She tells her brother about it, but he simply makes fun of her. It's funny how he's wearing a t-shirt that says obey, while she's wearing a t-shirt that says NASA. To me, NASA represents being the first to explore and report what you find to others. Obey, on the other hand, reminds me of George Orwell's 1984 book, warning us about the dangers of being complacent and allowing governments to treat people like slaves. What are your thoughts on this topic? Rosie sees a deer standing in front of this big house. Her instincts tell her to go inside, but her brother complains about being hungry and tells her to follow him. Now, spoiler alert, this house is where the underground bunker is, which provides safety and all the basic needs both families could live off of for a long time. Rosie did not know this, but she understood that the animals were trying to tell her something. And in this scene, the deer was telling her to go in that house for safety. Were you ever caught up in a crazy situation simply because you didn't listen to your gut instincts or clues your environment told you about where to go or what to do? Moving on, the next scene shows Rosie in bed talking to her mother about the story of a man who was about to drown and waited for God to come save him, instead of accepting the help people offered when he was in danger. The moral of the story was the man refused to take action to save himself and therefore died. Then Rosie said, "I'm tired of waiting." To me, this meant that she was tired of not taking actions towards what she wanted to do. The next morning, Rosie leaves the house early, quietly, and moves towards her North Star, which happens to be the last Friends episode. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting that kids should go follow their own path and vanish off into the night without their families knowing. But I do think adults should take actions towards their goals and desires. Fast forward towards the end of the movie. The family members are going through all types of drama on the outside, while Rosie is finally in the big house her gut told her to go to. She's eating her little heart out and living her junk food dreams. Chips, juice, whatever she wants, it's there. Then she follows her curiosity again. She looks down a red hallway in the house and sees a yellow light leading towards a staircase. She passes a painting that says, "Hope begins in the dark." She walks down the staircase and sees a huge gray door. She opens the door and walks down another staircase. She sees darkness. When she finds the light switch and turns it on, bingo! She sees a kitchen, lights, plants, a ton of food, water, a computer system that connects to the outside world, and most importantly to her, a big screen TV with a DVD of the last episode of her favorite show, Friends. Rosie's journey is a reminder that we should all strive to find our own North Star and follow it, no matter what others may say or think. Toxic families, jobs, and relationships can make us feel like we're stuck in a rut. But it's important to remember that we have the power to break free and find our tribe. So, if you're feeling lost or stuck, take a page out of Rosie's book and set out on your own journey. Whether it's to see the last episode of Friends or to pursue a lifelong dream. The most important thing is to stay true to yourself and never give up. Thanks for watching. And if you're feeling the vibe, then subscribe and join the tribe. See you in the next video.